Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special episode of the 107 podcast with myself and Ash. However, we are joined by technically two, but three guests this week. We are joined by Joe and Joel from YamYam, who you probably haven't heard on the channel just yet about, but I think we spoke about you briefly a couple of episodes ago. And of course, we have the return of F1CoffeeCorner in the form of Terry. So this episode, or this video, or however you're watching us, is a bit of a random brainchild from myself and Terry from a couple of weeks ago when Ash was gallivanting in New York. So essentially, this is bingo. And if you're listening to this now, you are more than welcome to join in with us and create your own bingo card and share that with us or any of us on socials and stay up to date, maybe even play along. Something I didn't mention to everyone pre-recording is that I will be having a silly little trophy made for whoever wins, if we get a winner, for this bingo card as well. But before we jump into it, our listeners typically know who Terry is, or if you don't, watch the previous. How many times have you been on now? 3 or 4 times?
Enough to start charging for it.
Enough to
start putting in the bill.
Yeah, enough for that. But Joe, Joel, maybe you two, YamYam, you could introduce yourselves and let us know, or let our listeners know exactly who you are.
Cool. Go ahead.
You want me to get in, don't you? Yeah. We're YamYamF1. I'm Joe. This is Joel. We are from the West Midlands, the Black Country in the UK. Founded the podcast about a year ago.
Yeah, about a year.
Pretty much a year. Yeah, year ago today. Really properly started creating content. Obviously named after
our local area.
Yeah, our local area. Yeah, it's the Black Country. YamYam. Got the YamYam flag and created the logo from that.
I think really we're just two lads that really like F1, and we just don't stop talking about it. And so we thought,
why not do this?
Why not record it?
Why not share it with everyone else? Yeah, exactly. No, that's awesome. That was a perfect introduction. So thank you very much. Right. In that case, then, without further ado, I will go ahead and start sharing my screen. And hopefully this works well. It might not do, but here we go. It might be Inception for a second. Cool. All right. It is Inception. But very quickly, we are going to run through the different options that are going to be on the bingo card, just so that people are aware as to what on earth the options are for this bingo card as well. So I will run through these as quickly as possible. So bear with me. But so starting from 1, and we have 51 ideas, will be a driver change, like reserve mid-season, somebody gets injured and has to be replaced for a Grand Prix. Max wins 5 races. A new race winner. Gunther appears in the paddock. Somebody turns into George Russell. Charles wins in Monaco. A driver wins their home race, which I guess is almost the exact same as the top one, but the 7th one is, I guess, more likely. Williams and Haas score points in the same race. A singing radio message. We had a couple of those last season. A surprise pole position. 4+ DNFs in one race. A car on fire. An ugly special livery. Obviously, that one is open to interpretation. El Plan or Win 33 for Fernando Alonso. A Ferrari double DNF. Doesn't matter how. Ignoring team orders. 20 drivers finish the race. Logan Sargent in the points. Oscar Piastri wins a race before Lando Norris. A French Revolution, so Ocon and Gasly have some sort of fight or fallout. Fingers crossed for that one. Some sort of random livery, which doesn't really make sense. A get in there Lewis Bono radio message. A cost cap breach rumor. Ferrari using Plan C. Some sort of animal on track, doesn't matter at all. A double stack pit stop. Lewis moaning about his tyres. A crash under the safety car. 20 cars finishing a race, which is surprisingly rare. A FIA technical directive issued before a race weekend. Any sort of disqualification, whether or not that's race, quali, sprint race, whatever. Max gets told not to go for fastest lap. Vettel appears in the paddock. An awkward celeb grid interview with Martin Brundle on Sky Sports. Lewis drinking Almarve. Is anyone going to correct me on that? In an interview. A surprise package at testing. So
I'll go with that.
Yeah, so yeah, either or, it's fine. You can have some vegan Ribena. But so a driver complains of no drink. A surprise package at testing. So, for example, if Haas bloody managed to put it on like fastest times of the day during testing, then that counts. A new track record is announced. That one's also kind of unlikely. We're not racing anywhere new this year, are we?
No,
didn't think so. So that one
going back to China.
Yeah, but I'd argue that that fastest lap.
Or you can go back to China, or
sorry, I just realised I said that one. I read it as a new track record. I think I was jumping around, but a new track is announced. So, for example, if we get another we're now going to be racing in Barcelona from 2029 or whatever it is, a driver retirement announcement. The Andretti F1 team being confirmed. This is probably the least likely one. Roscoe makes an appearance. A 1.8 whatever second or quicker pit stop, so 1.89 would also be fine. A fake radio in Drive to Survive, which is obviously happening later on this month. And then Ferrari's We Are Checking, famous radio message. GP telling off Max, and bad TV direction, aka missing some sort of great moment. I mean, the Lance Stroll moment really does spring to mind. We did also run a quick little poll on our Instagram, and the ones which weren't duplicated, because we did have a couple, the fan suggested ones are a formation lap / driving to the grid crash, the Rosberg curse, a Carlando podium, a Lando win, and Ocon receiving a penalty. So those are the 51 ideas. I'm sorry that did take me a while, but there are 51 of them, so do bear with me. Alrighty, so does anyone fancy going first? Having their bigger card decided first.
Yeah, that's pressure.
Sure.
I'll go first.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll go with Ashton first. Yeah. All right, so let's get rid of that. All right, so I will start presenting. Again, I really hope this is coming through. Okay, this is the least looking professional document ever. All right, so Ash, authentic. Sorry, yes. So I have a random number generator on my phone. I have it set up so that it doesn't create any duplicate bits and pieces as well. So I will go ahead and randomize these, and then of course we will go ahead and plonk these in. Right, cool. I've just realised I'm going to have to very quickly type these in. This podcast will be cut, by the way. I will have to do cuts because this is going to be outrageous otherwise. And Ash, while I'm doing this, do you want to decide what your center spot will be?
For my center spot will be. See, I want to go with one that means something to me, but I know it probably won't turn up. I'm going to go with Charles wins in Monaco. That's what I'm going to go with.
Charles wins in Monaco. All right, what number is that?
That is number 6.
6. If you've already got 6, then I'll of course swap that out. Where did I get to? 30, 20.
I'll go next.
Sure. All right. Terry is next. So, Terry, do you want to? I'm just going to randomize again. But would you like to pick your center square?
Number 27.
27. What is 27?
Lewis moaning about his tires.
Perfect. That's a great choice, honestly.
I think it's short hit.
You've actually got 27 already. But we'll put 27 in the middle, and I'll just skip over it. It might actually be the middle one already. All right, so 48, 39, 38, and 34. Cool. All right, Terry, yours is done. So, obviously, middle one is tire message from Lewis. Who is next? Joe?
I might go with number 22. Message from Bono getting there, Lewis.
22, get in there, Lewis.
I've got that one.
Gonna be an idiot.
Oh, okay. Well, this should be interesting. Alrighty, I will go ahead and randomize yours as well. And okay, it's only given you one number, and that's 7.
Right,
Let's maybe try that again, shall we? All right, there we go. Perfect. Cool.
You didn't pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
You got increased in.
Joel, would you like to go next?
I think my middle one was I quite like the Ocon penalty. I gotta be honest.
No, it's a solid choice. 51 was
51.
that? Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Ocon
Would be
penalty,
the best,
slap bang in the middle. 1738 to end that. Perfect. Alrighty, I haven't actually picked mine for my center one. Oh God. I'm actually going to go with the French Revolution purely because I just want it to happen, honestly. Like, honestly, a fight between the Alpine boys would just be hilarious. We all know it's going to happen at some point. It's just a matter of time. Right, 20 in the middle.
Next year's Drive to Survive.
Yeah. They're going to need something, don't they? So
Yeah, they're going to need some content. Right. Alrighty, so those are the bingo cards. Of course, at the moment, they just look like numbers. But what I will do in the meantime is, and everyone has access to this document as well. But what I will do is I will go ahead and make these bingo cards look pretty because at the moment, they look horrible. So, but I will go away and I will make these look pretty and I'll get these to you tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and stop presenting. But that was it. That's literally it. Just something really silly. I will deliver the bingo cards at some point soon. Yeah, that's literally it. Really, really simple. There we go.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Sorry,
Right.
so-
I'm sorry, I'm just having a look.
Hmm.
I think, Joe, you've got 22 twice.
Did Joe have 22 twice? That would be my fault.
Yeah, I was
cheating the system.
I'm cheating the system.
What's the trophy?
I mean, 22 is also
Yeah.
getting there, Lewis. So depending on how Mercedes are this year.
Yeah, you could be absolutely.
two in 2 ways, isn't there?
Alrighty. If there's a double 22, then of course we can go ahead and change that. I'm just going to use the random number generator, and the next number that popped up was 20. Already got that. 15. Have we got 15? No. Joe doesn't have 15. So let's
No,
do
he doesn't.
15. I don't know what 15 was, so if it was rubbish, I'm
15 is
sorry.
a Ferrari double DNF.
Oh, you got that in the bag.
Surefire.
Easy money, Joe. Easy money.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Like taking candy.
That's what we like.
Also,
He'll be on the edge of the settee for the first race.
Yeah.
Taking for a double DNA.
Yeah.
That's that done in Bahrain. Perfect.
just technically, if they remove both cars from testing, does that count as a DNF?
I'd count it.
I will allow it. I will allow if both cars, if both cars aren't able to make it through testing, then I will allow it, 100%. But all right, perfect. So we will go ahead and obviously post these bingo cards on YamYam, on our socials as well. And Terry, you're more than welcome to share them on there, I guess. Also, I just realized I technically told you guys what to do. Yeah, you'll post these on social. What an idiot. But we can go ahead and get these up on social. And of course, if you want to take part, please do let us know. And we will obviously in the same post, or at least we will, we'll make sure to include all of the 51 in a post so that people can play along at home as well. But yeah, I guess we'll check back when somebody hits bingo. I guess we'll have to chat about them and chat about how annoyed we are we're so close, or maybe nobody hits bingo. We will have to wait and see. But yeah, that's about it. Really short, sweet podcast episode. Yeah, we'll be back. But before we finish up, of course, if you're listening to this, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow wherever you are on your preferred podcast platform. And of course, please do go check out YamYam, and of course, go and check out F1 Coffee Corner too. Thank you everyone for listening, and we will see you again next week.